Yo, what's poppin', gamers? WQ here, and guys, if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Join the family, join the WQ family, become an alpha gamer right now. Join the army, the fastest growing YouTube channel, fastest growing gaming information, gaming news, gaming ideas, philosophy, theories, best philosophy you've heard in your whole life. Join it right now. It's gonna completely change your life. It's gonna radically change your gameplay. You're gonna go to new tournaments, new PBs, new world records, XO your bracket. You're gonna be dropping bombs, pulling money out to boost your packs. This shit's going lit as fuck. It's just going way up in the hill. Now gamers! I made a video on a guy named Apollo Legend a few months back, and I directly called him out and I said, dude, Apollo Legend, you're scamming people with your fake marathon. I bet it's not even on the side of the ocean. And I got a lot of good response, guys, some incredible response. Some of my best videos I've ever made in my life. It was incredible. But a lot of people wondering, WQ, were you serious? Were you serious? What do you really think about Apollo Legend? What are your real thoughts? Because guys, guess what? Oceanside is gonna happen in about a month and a half. It's going to happen. I might be going. And I'm gonna give you guys my real thoughts on Apollo Legend. Apollo Legend! Man, that guy's whack! Nah, I'm kidding, guys. I don't think his event, Oceanside, is a scam, and frankly, it just can't be a scam. It makes no sense. Why would it even be a scam if it was? He only scammed like $800 out of the community anyway. He donated 1,000 of his own dollars. And then the marathon magically was fulfilled. I'm not going to go into the details. I know all the details on that, but I'm not going to go into it. And I learned something that did change my opinion. Obviously, Oceanside was never a scam, but I did think there's a high possibility that a lot of money would have been lost. A lot of money would have been thrown to the wayside, mishandled. Plus, a lot of people agreed with me. There's a lot of people who obviously agreed with me. Now, I learned something specific about that marathon and that donation drive that I'm not going to go into detail on, which changed my perception on, and I can confidently tell you Oceanside's not a scam and it will happen. Will it be a commercial success? That's a different story. It's going to be up to Apollo Legend and his team, and there's a very, very good chance of it because of the good work Apollo Legend has done in the past few months. In fact, Oceanside might be speedrunning's only real shot at getting outside of the AGDQ monopoly, the AGDQ trap that is on speedrunning, and that's why I'm actually going to be supporting Oceanside as much as I can. I'm going to be supporting Oceanside personally, and I will be watching the event. What do I think about Apollo Legend personally? Guys, I thought about it a lot, and I don't really know. I don't really have an opinion on the guy. I don't know the guy. I've never met the guy. I've interacted with him twice in my life. Pretty good interactions. In fact, incredible interactions. And him and I we probably get along. We probably have really good chemistry. I think we have the same aggressive entrepreneurial mind. I think we're both very smart people. I'm an incredible speedrunner. I know he actually is a decent speedrunner himself. So yeah, there's a lot we can agree on, but there's some personality things that we might not agree on too, and truthfully, I just don't know the guy. But WQ, why don't you hate Apollo Legend like everyone else, like every other speedrunner? And then some of you are thinking, well, I didn't know anybody hated Apollo Legend. I'm gonna go into the details because there's a lot of drama on this actually, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed I'm on the sidelines because I'm not a jealous person. I have nothing to be jealous of. You know, so for me, I can make rational, clear, thoughtful decisions, unlike the majority of the Link to Pass community, unlike the majority of the jealous speedrunning cliques out there. So one thing about the Link to Pass clique, the Link to Pass community, the Link to Pass clique is so bad, it's so devious. The Link to Pass is so completely dead. I mean, it's in such a bad state that for me to expose the corruption and to profit off the corruption and make fun of these guys, it's meaningless. It doesn't do anything. It didn't do anything for me. It got to the point where it's like I have to fix the underlying issues. I basically have to go upward the whole thing and solve the problems infrastructurally in order to save this game long term, because it's so fucked right now. Like, it gets to the point eventually when things get bad, you just can't blame people anymore because it's such a nightmare. So a lot of these click people in the Link to Pass community and a lot of speedrun communities, a lot of the people that get associated or get involved with the click people, and then a lot of specifically the malicious and devious click people, they do not like Apollo Legend for a majority of reasons. And one of the big reasons, obviously, it's just jealousy. Personally, that's not something I have. I'm not jealous of Apollo Legend. I have nothing to be jealous of. My audience is the best audience in speedrunning. My people that comment, my subscribers, I love reading all my comments. I love it. It's like, this is incredible. I don't need other subs. Like if another dude said, okay, I'll trade you my 100 million subs for your 1,200 subs. Now we're at 1,200 already. 1,200 subs. I'd be like, no thanks. My subs are actually worth more. They do more. They're better. Go to my comments. Like, look at the WQ Army, guys. We're flexing out here. We're dabbing on the haters, you know, dabbing on the speedrun clicks. Like, this shit's real. Like, it's like, that's a big deal to me. That means a lot to me. It really does. And that's just not something, like, I'm not going to be jealous about numbers in that sense. Let's talk about money. Guys, I'm booing hard in the money department. I'm not jealous, but there's nothing jealous there. Let's talk about the speedrunning ability. I'm not jealous of anybody in the whole world in speedrunning ability. I'm actually at the top. Like, most of my problems in the speedrunning community were because people were extraordinarily jealous of my speedrunning ability. So like, that's just not something, like, that's on the table. So yeah, that's just not something that, for me, it's not particularly a problem. Like, I'm just not jealous out here. But a lot of these guys, these little guys are, and that's actually why I make such good videos, because I want to show people and help people out, and I want to empower people. And if I can empower people, they're going to make better decisions, and they're going to lead better lives. And not only speedrunning, I'm talking about all of gaming is going to get better, and we're going to go up, because I'm not limited to speedrunning. I've been playing League of Legends since February 2010. Like, this is before season 1 happened. I learned how to wave dash in 2004. Straight up, like, this goes a long ways back, and I'm talking about all of gaming, and as I grew up in it, I love gaming. I built a philosophy, a strain of philosophy around video games, because video games are a unique medium. And there's actually a lot to be learned and taught from games, and they've been thrown under the bus and destroyed for so long. And I've seen these gamers grow up over time, and they eventually start to deteriorate, start to fall apart mentally. They give up, things get worse. I don't like it. And for me, guys, and look, there were some things I got lucky on. There were some things I got very lucky on. I'm an extraordinarily smart person, and I met some very, very good people in my life. And those specific things made me not give up, and I kept going, and I've seen people around me give up, and it's like, no, we're gonna win. You're a gamer. You're gaming. That means you're a winner. I may be speedrunning focused because I'm a god at speedrunning. Believe me, I'm very good at Melee. I'm very good at League of Legends, and I know a lot about both of those games. I know a lot about all games, and I know the visceral feeling in my gut, in everybody's gut, when they game and they game to win. I know that feeling, and that's what I want to raise up. Well, what about ambition, WQ? Guys, I got more ambition than anyone I can think of. Apollo Legend has a lot of ambition, and a lot of people, they're jealous of that, especially speedrunners, because a lot of speedrunners, they count themselves out, they discount themselves, and especially these click people just give up. Click people don't know or care about anything. And I, on the other hand, I have book deals planned, major book deals. I have long-term, huge, historical stuff, and you know, I think what Apollo Legend is doing for this reason is actually really good, because look at the grand scope of YouTube. Look at the grand scope of YouTube and gaming. We're competing on the same team. Like, we're on the same team. We're competing against everyone else, and we're not winning. A lot, you know, I'm winning. But truthfully, the gaming world, it takes a lot of L's, guys, and it's like, I don't really like seeing that. Have you seen how hard I destroy my haters in the comments, and also these clicks? And I have like patterns and plans and setups and tons of setups and all types of plans. I mean, I predicted what happened on the January 22nd when the click imploded, and then they tried debating me, and I completely destroyed them and completely crippled them. I predicted all that. I planned that all out. It's documented on film. 4 months before that, I literally said exactly what they would do and why they would do it, and then it exactly happened, and exactly the effects of it happening all was forecast, and it all came true. Look at the fucking Ninja Turtles, guys. Look at that shit. But yeah, gamers, the last point I wanted to address regarding people being jealous of Apollo Legend. This is the big one. I think a lot of people really take this one and they go with it. Imagine some guy spending a year in his room alone playing some obscure Nintendo 64 game. Imagine that. Happens a lot, actually. That's what most speedrunning is. And then someone comes along, spends an afternoon, takes his video, uploads it to YouTube, and gets 500,000 views. Are you gonna feel like you got cheesed out of your work? Are you gonna feel like somebody is profiting off of your work and basically didn't do anything and doesn't deserve it? Yeah, that's how people feel when a lot of these super viral YouTube videos about speedrunning happen. And Apollo Legend is kind of the leader of all of that, so I think he gets a lot of the negative attention, and he gets a lot of the drama specifically focused on him. So I guess Apollo Legends is just a bad person. Mr. Speedrun Fails is just a bad person, and we can move on, right? But something's not right here. Something that doesn't sound fully correct. Think about this. There's two main arguments here that kind of kill this. For starters, if he never made that video, then less people would know about the run, and less people would actually go to follow and support the runners who did that run. And you could make the argument for someone like Speedrun Fails that he's mocking the runners, sure, but the truth is still less people would know about speedrunning, and it would grow proportionally less. Also, nothing illegal is happening here. Right, so is Apollo Legend doing anything wrong in this regard? It doesn't make sense, right? I don't see how he could be doing anything wrong at all. The other thing, if Apollo Legend, let's say Apollo Legend, Mr. Speedrun Fails, Glad Jonas, Easy Escape, and anyone new who wants to be specifically a speedrun content creator, and all those people. Let's say all those people are hugely commercially successful on YouTube, which they are. I mean, we're talking less than a year. They all have like very fast-paced, very aggressive YouTube channels, and none of them have any talent. Like, none of them have any personality or real talent. None of these people use camera, and I don't think Mr. Speedrun Fails even has a microphone. I don't even think he has a microphone. So let's say none of them have any talent at all, or any kind of merit at all outside of, you know, simple video editing. If that's the case, then what that means is that the compilation stuff they're doing, it's actually provably marketable content, right? Because they don't have talent. If they don't have talent, then why is the content so good, right? It's marketable content. It's commercially super viable content, which is actually really good, and them exposing that, hey, there's this huge audience for this content that's not being marketed anywhere. That's actually a really good thing by that argument. And I've talked to these people, and I know they have talent. If they do have talent and it is by their own merits, then that's different, right? Can't really criticize that, right? Now there is one change here, one big factor here. It's extremely hard to make YouTube content and speedrun full-time simultaneously. It's extraordinarily difficult. I know that because I've been doing it for about the past 2 years. And although I've been very successful in that regard, it's extraordinarily difficult. And you actually see a lot of the top YouTube speedrunners, they used to speedrun, or they do speedrun in their free time, but they kind of stopped speedrunning when their YouTube channels got successful. And I don't think it's because they don't care about speedrunning, as a lot of people claim they do. No, it's because it's very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult, which in that regard, I do think you could argue that, yes, it is very sort of unfair to the smaller people, because the smaller people have to do the groundwork, and then the bigger people get all the credit for it. They get all the reward for it. And like, I do think that's definitely something that gets people upset and gets people angry. But it still seems like base jealousy here. It still seems like people are jealous and they are deflecting their resentment, not in the right way, and it's going out in a bad way. And let's think about this. Let's martyr Apollo Legend and all his friends and all the successful YouTube speedrunners, all these million-plus views videos. Let's martyr them, right? Let's just get rid of them. We'll kill them. This is to save speedrunning, right? This is to grow speedrunning. It's to help speedrunning. And we're just gonna, for some reason, magically pretend Apollo Legend 0 views ever again, right? You can't make YouTube videos. What exactly is this supposed to do? What's gonna happen? Someone else will just do it, right? So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. It doesn't really make sense, right? And look at Jesus Christ, right? This is an interesting story, because a lot of people, they just write off the Bible, and it's like, write off the Bible all you want, and honestly, pretend it's all fiction. I think that's fine. But the thing is, why are these stories so powerful? Why do they stick around? No one even remembers who sacrificed Jesus Christ, right? But the character, and this is why I think it doesn't matter if you think it's fiction or real, because the actual meaning behind the story is very real. It's very important, and it plays out in everyday life. And you're seeing it again happening, where you can't just martyr the guy, problems that it solved, right? It didn't solve any problems. What it did is it actually made him a symbol, and it actually made him way more successful. And not only made him more successful, it made his followers more successful. So you can't just do that. It doesn't work, right? But then let's go deeper. Let's go deeper. People are still unhappy. Apollo Legend and people similar to the YouTube speedrunners, they're still unhappy because people are hard profiting off of their hard work and there's nothing they can do about it. Like, obviously, there's nothing they can do about it because Apollo Legends not doing anything wrong. And the truth is, he's actually growing the speedrun scene, especially on YouTube, quite considerably. So he's not really doing anything wrong, but people are still unhappy. What can you do about that? Well, guys, if you're unhappy, you can subscribe to my channel right now, and it's gonna fix your problems. It's gonna turn you into an alpha gamer. It's a big deal. It's a real change. It's really gonna change, and it's gonna fix this problem. It's actually in the click culture. It's in the click culture of the speedrunning, where most of the speedrunning community, most of the real actual, where the work is done, the speedruns are done, it's dominated and it's ruled by these clicks, and you see it in the Link to Past community. Who moderates the Link to Past leaderboards? It's old randomizer players who don't play Link to Past, non-factor runners who hardly have any experience or understanding of the game or the community, and people that play miscellaneous categories every now and then they just claim authority. It's complete nonsense, and this is actually the big problem. I think that's in the speedrun community, and I think people like Apollo Legend, Glad Jonas, Easy Escape. Easy Escape's a really good example. Speedrun fails. These guys are good examples because Easy Escape was making RuneScape videos. Then he realized the speedrun community is 100 times stronger. It's 100 times bigger. It's 100 times more powerful than the RuneScape community. He's like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna make speedrunning videos. Guess what happened? His channel blew up. It skyrocketed to hell. Speedrun fails. I remember when this guy had 22 subs a few months ago. Guess what he did? He's like, I'm gonna start making these speedrun fail compilation 48, 500,000 views. No effort. Look at the hell. Yeah, the speedrunning community, it's a big deal. We're very powerful and very strong. 2018, if you're talking about gaming, you're talking about speedrunning. Every other mainstream esports, they're completely dead. They're boring compared to speedrunning, which is the best gaming world right now, and it's the biggest thing on YouTube. It's on the tip of everyone's mind. If you want to be successful, you become a speedrunner. And the thing is, what happened is there's a ridiculous market and a ridiculously large, powerful, boiling audience for speedrunning videos and for gaming videos in general right now. You know why? It's because you have these people in their rooms that literally spend a year. I'm a perfect example. I spent the entirety of 2014 playing A Link to the Past. I didn't talk to a single person ever in my whole year, and most of 2013, most of 2015, very similar. And the back of people like me and you guys actually create this huge audience, this huge infrastructure, and it's not being capitalized on. It's not being tapped out on because these backwards oppressive speedrun clicks, they're battling for 20 viewers. They're battling for 30 viewers. They're battling for subscriptions from their friends. Did you guys know the Link to Past community has literally never supported me financially once ever, except for one person who put a bounty on a strategy that I unknowingly, I did not know there was a bounty on this. I unknowingly found a better strategy, and so he donated $20 to me. That's the only time I've ever actually received financial support from the Link to Past community, even though I've put probably 20K hours into the game plus community over the past 5 years. Doesn't that seem a little ridiculous? Doesn't that seem a little backwards? These are the same losers that literally refuse to watch me no matter what, refuse to help me, refuse to put my times on their shitty leaderboard, refuse to do anything to actually support Link to Past. They battle for 20 viewers, 25 viewers, and they all watch each other and they all subscribe to each other to make me look worse. And people want to tell me, they want to tell me Apollo Legend is bad for speedrunning. That's horseshit. That's complete horseshit. What's killing speedrunning is these shitty, backwards, oppressive clicks that do not give a shit. They do not understand anything about actual speedrunning. They get their shitty 20 views. They get their stupid pity donations from their friends. They get their sympathy likes on Twitter. They get their free slot at GDQ, which does absolutely nothing for them because people see them every year and they don't actually play the games and they don't know how to do anything. They don't actually know how to do any strategies. They don't actually know how to do any of the tricks. What's really killing speedrunning is the click culture, and it's the GDQ click culture as well. All the popular speed games, they'll have the best category, which is like 90% played. It's a big deal. People care about it. They'll have it at one marathon ever, and then they'll never have it again because it's overdone. It's too much. It's overdone. And it's like, this is nonsense. When was the last time a good any percent, no major glitches speedrun was done at a GDQ? When was the last time? I think it was in 2013. So it was 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago. A considerable amount has changed since then. A considerable amount of new strategies, a very considerable amount of new players have come up. Yeah, it's never been at a marathon. Like, this is nonsense. Like, this is absolutely makes no sense at all. And think about what these clicks do. When I made those SM64 videos, what did I get? I got a response by them who came to my YouTube channel, downvoted my video, made some overly long posts that didn't actually address anything, claimed I never addressed their arguments, basically attacked my character, made up a bunch of bullshit stuff. Anybody new to speedrunning communities, these speedrun communities, if they don't give in to the clique, then the clique will refuse to support them, to completely ostracize them, and then what happens is it makes it seem like the only way you can succeed is if you give in to the clique. If the clique is a part of your agenda, you're not trying to kill the clique, you're trying to maintain the clique's power, maintain the centralization of power. You know, these Nazi leaderboard mods, just insane old moderators that basically have no clue what they're doing. You know, they need power. They need to be the moderators on the Discord. Transfer it. That's why they're trying to get speedrunning.tv become a new thing, because they want to transfer the power over there and they want to maintain it. If you come in the community and you hate the clique, you actually for success, they're gonna ostracize you. But if you don't care and you kind of like, whatever, they're okay with you. But if you love the clique, they make you your best friend. They'll make you your best friend, and they'll give you power in their little power dynamics. And and it's like they're competing for 20 viewers. When there's a million viewers, there's a million viewers. And you can see it on YouTube. Paul Legend's video on cheating got 4.5 million views. 4.5 million views versus 22 viewers on Twitch. I wonder if there's something wrong here. I think that's the real problem in speedrunning. And I think it's created this dynamic where there's all this success to just be taken. You just gotta take it. And people like Apollo Legend, people like me, are taking control of it, just completely taking advantage of it and saying, hey, look, you stupid cliques, you're not going to succeed. Well, I'll just take the money then. I'll just take the money and run. Like, I don't care. So if you want to fix speedrunning, Apollo Legend's not your enemy. Apollo Legend, glad doing this. Speedrun fails even. Speedrun fails is not your enemy. If you want to fix speedrunning, you're gonna have to really stand up. Now I know most of my viewers, guys, real alpha gamers, guys, WQ family, WQ army, you know what's going on. Come on, you guys are already winners. I know you guys are doing the right thing, but a lot of these people who are kind of on the fence, who are not watching my videos, they're gonna have to really stand up for what they believe in and do the right thing, and that's, I think, long term gonna fix speedrunning. It's gonna help speedrunning grow and prosper. And I don't think money's not the enemy here. People say money's the enemy of speedrunning. That's not true. That's nonsense, right? America was built on money, so it's like, money is not the problem here. So with that being said, Apollo Legend, and you have my full unequivocal support, with one condition. If your ambitions and dreams go above mine, if they surpass mine, then I'm not going to be able to support you, because I'm going to get jealous. And I'm not going to be able to support you, but I'm pretty confident in myself, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, big shout outs to everybody helping me on Patreon, everybody who's subscribed to me on Twitch, and everybody who donates to me. I appreciate it a lot. You guys are the real core Alpha Gamer Legion. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to have a good day, guys, and make sure to game out there. I want to see big gains in gaming, any kind of game. Speedrunning, League, Melee. Post your accomplishments. Be proud of them. Post your real gaming achievements today. I'll see you guys later.